Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has alleged that some Nigerian politicians and members of the armed forces are acting as informants and collaborators for Boko Haram insurgents. Zulum made the revelation on Wednesday during an interview where he vowed that the state would strengthen its intelligence network and deal with saboteurs ruthlessly. Addressing the issue of surrounded insurgents, Zulum stated that while not all who surrounded have reformed fully, the overwhelming majority are contributing positively. The governor reaffirmed the need for Nigeria to embrace both kinetic and non-kinetic strategies in tackling insurgency, noting that over 99% of repentant insurgents are no longer involved in terrorism. He acknowledged that not all 500,000 plus repentant fighters might stay reformed, but believes that the system is largely working. He criticized the lack of equipment for the military and accused insurgents of having a superior technological advantage, saying the army doesn't have the necessary equipment on ground to fight the insurgency. Well, let's get your thoughts on this, Mr. Frank.
I want to say, what Zulum is saying is not a new thing. It's not a new statement. We have heard about collaboration. Some people are collaborating, so to say, allegedly. You know, that's what they want us to be using. During the government of Buhari, United Arab Emirates government issued a kind of reveal to the society that, or to the world, that some people are terrorizing, patronizing terrorism, use the word, sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria, and name those people over there. Lai Mohammed, you know, in Nigeria sometimes we think that we don't remember. Lai Mohammed was the Minister of Information, and so Nigeria was expecting Nigerian government to respond by also making it public in Nigeria, those who are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. But what Lai Mohammed said in Nigeria was so astonishing to my informed mind that they will not shame those. You use that word, they will not shame those who are doing that. Look at some people, by what I've gathered, those people caught are serving prison terms in United Arab Emirates. But here in Nigeria, we don't know those people. So even what Zulum is saying telling us today, he has not mentioned anybody's name. So, but what is wrong in this country? The common man is one that is suffering. Sorry, if I commit a crime today, just minor crime, you take me to court and you see the way they maltreat me. But if a big man commits a crime, it's like we celebrate him. Let me tell you, like what we're discussing this morning. The leader of Boko Haram then, Sokoto, was arrested over 10 years ago. Was arrested, but there was escape then. I don't know if you are abreast with the news. How did he escape? How did he escape in the what we call 45 maybe cell? He escaped because some people helped him. We don't help those who commit small crime. We help those who commit crime against the state. That's one funny thing in this part of the world. So whatever he's saying, for me, is not a new thing. But it is better that it tells us. But as a governor, he will also be well informed based on what is around him. He has people on ground. But he has just given us what you call blanket statement. So who are those involved? Which we know that this, because I was told, though I'm not reading any book, that Abacha said, the late Abacha said, if a crime activity will be going on in the state for over 24 hours, it means those in government have hand in it. So there's no doubt. It's not only science. For people to even to procure arms, to have armored car, insurgents, having armored car to operate in some places in Nigeria, it's not a laughing matter. It means they have heavy sponsors who are also making money from it. So what I'm saying is that the governor should give us names. Like we have told that we have also revealed that the Boko Haram or bandits, whatever, carry sophisticated weapons more than our license or state of, oh my God. It's something that we need to look into because this issue of insurgency in Nigeria now is more than 10 years. And we couldn't control it. It has become a game. It has become business. Which nobody wants to say the truth.
So the government cannot control it as it is.
If government cannot control. See, when we become critical on what is affecting us, then we don't want to solve it. That's the truth. The moment we become critical on what we know that is affecting human life, like you today, it's not the saying that people are not dying. Like what happened, I was told somebody, a woman was in within the week. They came into their farm and caught them and shot her husband there before her and kidnapped her daughter. Now, I mean within the week. So if you are in such a place, will you be happy living in such a village? And if you have the way with her to move out, you will move out. So for me, Zulum is not telling us a new story. It's what has been. So I don't pray that we need to actually unravel the mystery. What stops the federal government of Nigeria? What stops him beat the governor to speak out, tell us the truth? Because this is the cause we have been singing for too long a time.
Mr. Frank, aside speaking out, you said here this statement is a blanket statement.
Yes.
And we discussed the Lagos State story right now, and then decisions that has been taken to boost security.
No, what you're saying is that people are sponsoring it.
Yes, as in
so how do you know people are sponsoring it?
States. What are the steps that has been taken?
One,
I don't know if you are aware of a military base that was captured.
I have read it. I've had it. I've read it in my phone self.
And then most communities that has been affected. You know, there was this recent one that happened in Borno State where most of the citizens were killed, and it spared just one. You know, I really don't want to get into that situation, but we know that Borno State is like going through one of the biggest insecurity.
My name, Jidima.
Yes, sir.
I can make a phone call now and I'll be arrested. Are you aware? Sorry. I can make a phone call now and I'll be arrested. Bandits, Boko Haram, La Korea, whoever they want to call it. Kidnappers, what do? They don't do away, they cannot do away with communication gadgets. Are you aware?
Yes.
Go anywhere. They use MTN. They use online narration or anything. They use all this network that we are using today to facilitate the movement, the operation. So why is it so difficult for the government, for the security agency, the DSS that will come and arrest me in this studio to hack in into the network? See, what Jerome is saying is not a new thing. There are people, both the rich and the poor, collaborating. They are not spirits, they are human beings.
So does it mean he knows the people?
Before?
By making this statement. Well, we recall that the Russian military has also wanted to collaborate or cooperate with the Nigerian military. That's what we're actually doing. That's why the thing hasn't come.
Let me tell you, I wrote a book some years ago. When two people or two countries are fighting, like what is happening in Ukraine now, you can see they are supplying arms to Ukraine. Some also countries who are friends of Russia as what? No, it's a game. You will be surprised that if you will want to tell ourselves the truth, you will know that some countries are behind what is happening. Sorry, it's my own assertion. Some countries behind what is happening in this country.
So why is there so much attention in the north? It's not like it's happening nationwide, but why so much attention that area?
You know, we have been told even when I was a boy in the village, the control of the resources over there. As we're discussing, it's not that the federal government of Nigeria is trying to make laws to take control of the resources, not as they have gold, they have uranium,
yes.
They have even leads, a lot of things, solid minerals. Even now they have oil there, even though they have, I think within last week they want to do it. They want to begin to drill oil there. Those things are in the hand of warlords. Sorry, foreigners bring in money, cash, and weapons to make sure that they have access to resources. So for me, I pray that, can we mention those people? It's not like I said here. I will not be afraid to say what I know. If I know the names of people as a governor, I will say it. Tell me to God. But they are coming up everything as if they are telling us a new story. It's not a new story. We know that, with common sense, we know that these people who are fighting Nigerian state are not alone. Let me tell you something. Every movement of guns from one country to another is also traced. Are you aware? It's not. Sometimes we don't play the ostrich. No. There's a company that is manufacturing arms. We make sure which part are you taking this arm to, and it's monitored. Sorry, it's not. You don't need to deceive me, but you think I'm not a military personnel or I'm not a security personnel. There is no movement of arm that is not monitored. It has a location or destination that you get to, and you get to distribute. So it's an unorganized crime. They know those who are doing this thing. But like I said, highly paid politicians, highly paid military security personnel, they are involved. But why are we refusing to mention those names? You give me a blanket statement that we have known already. See, this is not what we should play with. Maybe because those who are highly placed, their families are not victims. Their family members are not victims. But I want to let you know, the day you lose somebody close to you, nobody will carry cane and flog you, but you begin to cry. It has happened to me. So what I want to say as a Nigerian, let us be sincere in fighting this thing that is happening to us. But you know, when you wake up one morning, they say, oh, like what you just heard in Pakistan, how the school bus was bombed. I think it's like we are cleaning hands. Those families, the family of those children, of those men killed, I think they are laughing. You think maybe we are laughing? Then as we are discussing that, they are crying. It will take maybe months for that political pain to go off. But what I want to say is that Zulum is not telling us a new story. It's telling us what has been. But what I want to add to it is that, can we as a people mention those? You know, we don't, because when he has come to tell us, oh, politicians, security personnel are heading this, and it's not a new story. We have heard it before. But mentioning names, we shouldn't mention the name of opposition people. We should name the people who are doing all these things. If there are countries involved, we mention them and tell them to stop this, because in Nigeria, as we are discussing today, we are not at war with any nation. Government of the Republic of Nigeria, heavily led by President Ahmed Tinubu, is not at war with any nation. But as it is that we are at war. People killed in Nigeria. There are more than people are killed in Ukraine. The conspicuous war between Ukraine and Russia. Go and check the data or the statistics of people killed since 2022 till date. They are using all manner of ammunition there that we are not in this country. Sorry, quote me. They are using the only difference is that they are destroying houses. Amenities there. Our own is that we are killing people and burning small houses. Well, for me, I pray, federal government of Nigeria, please, can we name those who are doing all these things? Thorough DSS. You know, EFCC. But it's a financial crime for anybody to sponsor criminal activity in Nigeria. Today, we've not had EFCC doing that. They are running after Yahoo boys. Every time you go see them, you're running to places to catch people carrying food. But they don't know how to investigate those who are sponsoring all this terrorism in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. I'm not happy when it's happening to the Nigerian government. We should stand with the government of Nigeria and stop this criminality that's taking human lives every day. We're not on food security. If we keep allowing this to happen, farmers don't go to farm. Tell me how we will not suffer food insecurity tomorrow. So they should mention their names and let us know those who are, and stop their hand, because high hiding those people in a way you are promoting the crime. So that's my concern. Zulum, as a governor, he knows those who are doing this, but he came out to tell us, they are politicians, they are representatives. We know all these things. But can he come out to tell us the name of those people? That's my concern. But this is biting out on Nigerians. We have been told some places are, like we just wanted to tell us how they entered and killed. One major rank from my area was killed about 2 years ago, leading his troop. There was ambush, and they killed him. Like I said, the way they are killing the soldiers in Nigeria is not a good thing. So name them. Federal government, please. There should be thorough and holistic investigation into unraveling those behind this crime against the Nigeria state, or these terrorist activities against the Nigeria state, because it's against the Nigeria state. As I'm talking to you, if I do something funny, I will not leave this studio. Even as I'm talking, as somebody is monitoring what I'm saying. You know that. We need peace in this country. Protect Nigerians. Please, that's my concern.
All right.